It's me, Eli, aka Slim. Making a video mostly because I had a little bit of time while I'm waiting here, so I figured might as well do a thing. So let's talk about the new year. We just entered 2023, about a weekend now, but I wanted to talk about some of the changes or some of the things I'm going to be trying to work on. I figured I should talk more about these things. I'm drawing all the time. I'm always making stuff. But no one knows because I keep it a secret because I'm not sure it's ready yet. I want to make sure that everything's pretty before I even talk about it. But by then, it's done and now I don't feel like talking about it. I'm not excited about it anymore because it's a finished thing. So, a couple departments, right? I'm working on comic books and games. I do that. I'm also trying to make a little bit more content, just like video content like this. Tutorials and just informational things and vlogs. This year, a couple comics you could expect to see from me. I should be working on Ghost Puncher. That should be out this year. Been working on that one for a while now. COVID really took the wind out of my sails, but I think we finally came around to finishing it. There's a couple little details I want to add to some of the art, but I'll be looking for beta readers on that soon. So if you're interested in getting a sneak peek and letting me know what you think, you can do that. And then I'll be making physical copies soon. And then I think I'm also going to be trying to post it online. This one is written by Maxwell Shepard, the same guy who wrote Dog of the Dead. And it's a really cool story. I really like it. It's about a guy who punches ghosts, if you didn't know from the title. So Ghost Puncher should be out 2023. Alien 101. I went and updated some of the books. Just got rid of some of the jokes that were outdated. I changed the settings so that they are in college now rather than high school because I was feeling weird about it. And it does touch on elements of identity, sexuality, things like that. And although I do believe high school is the time to really learn and dive in about that, at first I was a late bloomer, so I didn't really get into that stuff until college. So it's fine moving the thing. And it's just a little bit more comfortable when they're not teens talking about sexuality. I'm a big fan of Big Mouth, that Netflix show, don't get me wrong, but it's just a little bit about being weird there. So anyway, changed the timing, changed the ages, got rid of some of the jokes, and I'm trying to make it a little bit more concise, just to the point. I was doing a lot of jokes just because I thought jokes were funny, but I realized that the story is much more about a coming of age story, and using a lot of chapters to just set up a punchline wasn't really the goal. So yeah, you could check that out. Also, we're going to be doing Actionland. I'm still thinking about changing the name to Artist Arena. Actionland's fine. It's fine. Actionland's about this caricature artist named Fran. She has an overactive imagination, gets a job at a theme park, but she sees through her eyes that customers' problems are monsters and her art is a sword to defeat them. So it turns into like this shonen battle thing, but it's about how to draw. So it's fun. I'm going to be revamping that one as a web comic. I don't know where I'm hosting it yet. I was going Webtoons, but they don't seem to really care. I was going Tapas, but I don't know about them. Maybe I'll do my own site. I'm not sure, but I'm going to be coloring it. At least the imaginary parts. There's definitely going to be black and white when she's in the real world, and then color when she's in her imagination. Mostly so I can be lazy and not color everything, but also visual storytelling. So you should be seeing that online. I'm going to be trying to do that. Any other stories? There's a couple other ones, but they're a little bit more on the back burner. Yeah, I'll talk about those later. One other thing you can see from me is my Spotlight, which is being written by John Brown, something I'm illustrating. I really like John Brown's story, his concept, and it's our first time collaborating, so I'm hoping that one comes out good. So that's comics. Let's get into games. If you're a fan of Scatter Nexus, you know we finished our Kickstarter back in 2021. No, we finished our Kickstarter back in 2022. and you're probably waiting for the game still. The game should be shipped out mid-February, so you got like a month. And then, yeah, they'll be getting shipped out to the backers. There are a couple individual backers that are in different countries that the manufacturer couldn't ship to, so I will be receiving those games and shipping them out personally. So they might take a little bit longer, but hopefully that's understandable. Honestly, still pretty short as far as Kickstarter is concerned. Usually games would take years to come out, so this is a couple months, although it is later than I had anticipated. So sorry about that. I didn't realize how long it took to actually get all the games printed. But yeah, thanks for the 69 backers that made it possible. That was the perfect amount of backers. Because it's kind of just starting out, it's hard figuring out where to go with the next faction. So what I'm going to do is prioritize the co-op solo mode. Yeah, you're going to be fighting against the Chaos Illusionist and his army, and some of the antagonists from some of the other stories. Scattered Next was always designed to be a co-op game, so I'm just kind of folding that part back in, and I'm really excited about that part. I really like the co-op mode. As I said, the goal was to get a game I could play with my wife, and we like beating things up together. So I'm hoping that's well received. And if you want to play test early, let me know. You'll hop over into, you can send me a message, you can hop into my Discord, and we'll set up a time. I'd love to get some playtests on it. Let's see. So that's Scattered Nexus. A couple other game design things. These are a little bit more vague because no one knows about them yet, which is interesting. There's a lot of game stuff. I'll get into that individually as things develop a little bit more. Game design's a little tricky because things can fall apart very quickly, and then you don't have a game. So why am I getting everyone so excited? I wouldn't want to disappoint. And then also content like this, these videos. I'll be posting a video on YouTube every week. I want to do more game stuff and more animation things and more art stuff and more tips, but at the very least you'll be getting an art vlog from me, an entry into the series Ask an Artist, where you can ask me a question and I'll answer it. That's pretty much it. They last about like 10 minutes and they're fun, they're cute. I'm also going to be posting more on Facebook and Instagram because I like those sites. Twitter, I'm still having a lot of trouble with. I don't ever feel like I'm saying anything I want Twitter to remember indefinitely. Yeah, that's really it. I'm like, all right, now let's do something on Twitter. I'm like, who cares? I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't really have any followers on there. But Instagram and Facebook are doing well for me. I've been enjoying those communities and those conversations. Yeah, someone help help me get into Twitter. I'm having trouble. Also trying to get a little bit more into Reddit, do more stuff on there. Also trying to get into TikTok, recommended by my baby brother. So it's a visual thing, and I can hear you can get really niche with it. So let's try to get into it. And then also Patreon. That's the big thing. I've been on Patreon passively for the last bit of time, but now that I'm getting in a more regular schedule on producing content, I'm gonna be putting it on Patreon early. So my Ask an Artist videos, before I make them into videos, I record the audio. So I'll be having the audio clips available on that if you want to listen in early before I videofy it. Also going to be having work in progress if you're a fan of any of my comic books. You'll be an easy beta reader. You can give me feedback on the comic pages, panels, art style, whatever you need, and I'll take that into consideration. I really benefit from people seeing the work before I'm publishing it. And also, I'm going to be posting some not safe for work content on my Patreon as well. I've been kind of just working on some stuff in the background and just not telling anyone about it. But I like that stuff. I feel like sexuality is an important part of like humanity and the human experience. And I'm tired of not talking about it. But I will just be talking about it over there in, where You don't have to partake if you don't want to, but if that's something you're interested in, if you like how I tell stories and want to see a boob sometimes, yeah, it's over there. So that should be fun. And then, yeah, and also on my Patreon, I'll be kind of doing more stuff like this, kind of just talking about what's going on in my life and what I'm working on. It helps if I have a little bit more engagement, so don't feel like I'm just yelling into the void, but I'm going to try to make an archive, make a backlog, make sure that I'm regularly putting content on there so that whenever you do hop on, there's plenty of stuff for you to thumb through. But I think that's it. That's the news for 2023. Going to try to make some big changes, some big moves, and see where we go. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for following me on this journey. You're watching this video, so thanks for that. Freaking just a dude in a car. I appreciate it. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.